So today we're making a Mexican delicacy, birria, that is tacos. They are the best tacos you ever had, okay? So let's just get right into it. These are Guajillo Chiles. I'm gonna show y'all, I'm using different chiles. I think the other ones are Anchos that I'm using in this video. Guajillo are the traditional chiles, but honey, the first time I made this, it didn't have Guajillo. So I used Ancho in New Mexico, and it still tasted great, but the Guajillo Chiles are the authentic ones. All right, so we're just going to cut them, take out all the seeds. I mean, it's okay to leave a few, but you definitely want to get rid of them. Go ahead and rinse off your chiles, and then we're going to run them under some water. Put them on the stove for about 15 minutes, bring it to a boil, but do not throw that water away. All right, so for our aromatics, here is some ginger. This is a little trick. I don't know where I learned this at, but this is a hack for you. Just peel it with a spoon, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut it. Here we have an onion, and here we have our lovely garlic. Go ahead and mash it. Feel free to use fresh or jar garlic, it doesn't matter. So our chiles have been boiling for about 15 minutes. It's time to make our authentic sauce. So we're gonna take those chiles, put them in the blender. First, we're gonna add our garlic, ginger, whole cloves. You wanna use about 3 or 4 of these. We're gonna add a piece of a cinnamon stick, maybe about an inch, inch and a half. Ooh, girl, I could not break it. Ignore that. Yeah, small piece, nothing too large. We're gonna add some marjoram. This is definitely an optional ingredient, but it makes it a little bit more traditional. We have some ground thyme. Feel free to use fresh thyme if you have it. This is what I had on hand, so this is what I used. And now we're gonna take that water that we just boiled our chiles in, and we're gonna add that to our sauce. Some people add water, some people add chicken broth, but this adds a little bit more flavor, and it's already there. Now we're gonna add in some extra salt, need that, and then honey, blend away. So as you can see, the sauce came out a little too thick, so all we're gonna do is add some chile water, and then we're gonna blend away once more. Now get into this sauce. Hey, all right, this is the flavor. This is what makes the tacos. Like, if you don't have the sauce, you don't have the tacos. Like, let's just get into it. So, all right, now we're gonna go ahead and cut our meat up. This right here is a roast. Authentically, it's lamb, but beef obviously is more common. So we're just gonna go ahead and, baby. So we're gonna pour a little bit more of that chile water just to get all that residue, and then add it into the crock pot. All right, so now go ahead and add in our onion. You don't have to cut it. You can just peel it if you like. We have some bay leaves and some carrots. Now I'm gonna add in some water. I'm just gonna add enough water to cover the meat. Go ahead and cook on high for about 4 to 5 hours. Now we're gonna add a chicken bouillon just for a little bit more flavor.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time card.
So I tried to rush the process before this and take it out at like 3 hours, but no, it needed at least 4. And so now I'm taking out the meat, and we're just gonna go ahead and shred it. And while our meat is out, we're gonna go ahead and make our consommé. And so in order to make that, you have to strain the juice, and I'll show you that process in a little bit. to be clear, the consommé is the actual sauce that you're going to be dipping the taco in. You do not have to strain it, but that's how you, once again, authentically make it. The last time I didn't strain it when I made it, and it was perfectly fine. I had more garlic and lumps and clumps. What I gotta say is, serve it up how you want it. Why? Because you're gonna eat it. I had to get super creative. Someone took my large strainer, so do what you gotta do to get the results that you want. So now we're just gonna add all that meat back in, and it's almost time to eat. Alright, so now we're going to make our tortillas. I just added a little bit of hot chili oil for a little bit of kick. First, we're going to dip our tortillas in the consommé. Yes, we're going to dip it in there. That's what's going to give it that nice, beautiful red color. So a lot of people like to add cheese, of course, you know, generally, but I do not like cheese like that. So if you want to add cheese, this would be the time when you're cooking your tortilla and let it melt, and then add your meat into your tortilla. When you start to add your tortillas to the pot, you want to make sure that your pot is nice and hot so that your tortillas can go ahead and start browning up really, really quickly. Because since the tortilla is wet, if you don't, it'll start sticking to the bottom of the pan and it'll start ripping up. You can see my rainbow of tortillas. So now we're going to add some raw onions, and we're going to add some cilantro for our topping. We're going to go ahead and layer that meat on. You can add as much as you like. Like I said, eat it and do it how you want. So we're going to add that. I'm going to also add a little bit of sauce on top so it's nice and juicy with my onions and cilantro. Now the part you all have been waiting for, where is that sauce to dip my taco in? Well, here it is. Here you go. I'm delivering a gift to you. So we're just going to add our consommé back into a bowl so that we can dip. This was so messy. I don't know why I tried to do this in this type of bowl. Don't be like me. Put it in a bowl that you actually can dip the taco in. Like this.